We'll start with the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you everyone for joining, taking your valuable time. And we'll get started now with our Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu session number 12. So as we discussed, we are going to discuss Gopala Champu for some time. And after that, we'll enter into Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So before we proceed, so the sadhaka, when he practices bhakti, he has to spend a lot of time living in this world. And we will be, as sadhakas, we will be facing a lot of troubles in our life. There are many troubles that will come in the material life, just like when you are standing in the shore of a Pacific Ocean, the waves will keep on coming. There is no end to the waves. One wave after the other wave after the other wave. Similarly, miseries in the material life is also like that. One after the another after another. One thing we try to solve, another will come, another will come, another will come. So the only solution that is suggested by Srimad Bhagavatam and our Acharyas is to immerse ourselves deeply into the Leelas of the Lord. Continuous hearing and reading of the Leelas of the Lord, we immerse ourselves. The hearing of the Leelas of the Lord is like an experience that we are getting. Just like when you are watching a movie, you would watch the Leela in the theater of your heart. You are sitting alone in the theater, and then the pastimes of the Lord is being played in the theater of your mind. So by being absorbed in the Leelas of the Lord, first we will forget all the material miseries. Second thing is we will develop deep attachment to the Lord, and will have deep attachment to participate in the Leela of the Lord eventually. So that is the goal of listening to the or reading the pastimes of the Lord. So part of this presentation also will immerse ourselves into the Leelas of the Lord along with learning some philosophy as well. Okay, so continuing from Gopala Champu from where we left off. To summarize what has happened, Krishna has returned from Dwaraka to Vrindavan after 33 years of separation. And when he came back, there was a big celebration. After the celebration was over, Krishna's day-to-day activities started. And Krishna was performing his morning duties, and after his morning duties were performed, they had a separate celebration for Krishna's Janma Nakshatra day. So the Janma Nakshatra day happens once in a month, every month, and they do special celebration for that. So during the special celebration, Krishna satisfied his mother and he satisfied his father Nanda Maharaj. And then both of them, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, invited all the Vrajavasis who have assembled there inside their home. So inside their grand home, they had a big feast. So that big feast is going on inside their home. Multiple rows of Vrajavasis are sitting there and having a good meal. So we were discussing that how varieties of food were served in that dining. So in that dining, there are many types of dishes, new dishes. They were all provided. Though people have come around Vraja from many different places, there are small villages around Vraja. So many different places, and they would have their own, cooking culture and varieties of food. Even though they have come from variety of background to that place, they have not seen this kind of food anywhere else. Completely new food recipes were being provided. So they were made to eat that. And sometimes the existing recipe, food cooked according to the existing recipe was provided, but it was looking completely different than what they have previously seen. And it was very tasty as well. And some people were having difficulty in pronouncing the names of the recipes. When the servers were serving the recipe, food, they were asking him, "What is this?" Then the server was saying, "No, this is this such and such food." And the people who were sitting and eating, they had a difficulty in pronouncing the names, which means they are hearing these dishes for the first time in their life, even though every month this festival is happening. So, which means every time they go, they'll get new varieties of dishes. And if uneducated person cannot name the dish, that is understandable. But even the Brahmanas are sitting and eating. Even they couldn't figure out what is this dish, and they were not able to pronounce the dish. So it became like a joke, and people started giving different names to the dish. So because they were not able to pronounce the original name of the dish, they started calling with a mock name. And in this way, everybody is joking around with each other, calling with the different names of the different food they have received. So, in this way, all of them were enjoying that feast arranged by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. So, at that time, just to create some more fun, Madhumangal sent a well-wisher to Nanda Maharaj. So, here you see that the Brahmanas are sitting in a separate row, and the Vaishyas are sitting in a separate row, and they are eating their meals. And Kṛṣṇa is sitting with the Vaishyas because he is part of the Vaishya family. And the Brahmanas are sitting separately. So this is only showing 4 or 5 rows, but there were so many rows inside of that small home. All the Vrajavasis were fitting. So many rows of people were sitting. Even though the house looks limited in size, it was holding unlimited number of people. Just like when Kṛṣṇa opened his mouth, the mouth was very small. But within that small mouth, he was showing the entire set of universes within his mouth to Yashoda. Like that, the house, though looks small, it has rows and rows and rows of people within it. All of them are honoring Prasadam. And though they are looking, sitting far away from Kṛṣṇa, they were still able to converse with Kṛṣṇa. They were as if close to Kṛṣṇa. But still, the Brahmanas felt that they are a little bit being separated from the Vaishyas. According to the Vedic rules and regulations and conduct and lifestyle, the Vaishyas sit separately and the Brahmanas sit separately. So they were following that. But the Brahmanas were deprived of Kṛṣṇa's association. So they were feeling sad as well. So Madhumangal, who is also a Brahmana, he was sitting in that row and he sent a well-wisher to Nanda Maharaj. So he wanted to increase some fun. So the messenger went and told Nanda Maharaj, "Oh, Nanda Baba, oh, King of Kings, the Brahmins take first birth, and it is a joy for everyone. The first birth is a person when he is taking his birth from a father and mother, physical birth. That is the first birth. First birth of a human being is very joyful. First birth of a Brahmana is more joyful because the Brahmana is going to provide knowledge to everyone and is going to guide the entire society. So, first birth of a Brahmana is joyful, and the second for birth, which is through Upanayana ceremony. As the person grows up, he performs at the age of 8 Upanayana ceremony. After Upanayana ceremony, which the person starts wearing a thread around his body, and then he goes to Gurukul and then he studies under a guru. So the Upanayana ceremony, which is called the second birth, that is also very glorious. But then not just the Brahmanas, even the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, they also take second birth. They also have this Upanayana ceremony. And after doing the Upanayana ceremony, they also go to Gurukul and study under Guru. The only difference is at different ages. The Brahmanas go to Gurukul at the age of 8. The Kshatriyas go, I think, around 10 or something. The Vaishyas go much little bit later, at the age of 13. And Vaishyas also study only for a short time, 13 to 18 or something like that. Because Vaishyas, by their profession, they do business. So most of the learnings they have at their home. Kshatriyas also, they are taught by their parents. But Brahmanas, mainly they study Vedas, Upanishads, and different Vidyasthanas. So they study for a longer time. They stay from 8 until age 25. The Kshatriyas and Brahmana, Vaishyas, they come back early. So he was saying, the messenger was saying to the Nand Maharaj that just like Brahmanas, even the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas also take second birth. Therefore, the Brahmanas are also fit to eat along with the Vaishyas. But what you have done, you have put us a little bit far away from us. We both are Dvijas. Dvija means twice born. Both the Brahmanas and the Vaishyas are Dvijas. So both of us are Dvijas, but you have put us far away. And Madhumangal is saying, because we are sitting far away, we cannot see what items are being served to you. So I think you guys are serving more items to Vaishyas. You are not serving all the items to us. Therefore, what do? You serve all the items which you are serving again to us from the start, so that we will know all the items are being served to us. And many of these items are cooked by Radha herself, along with her gopi friends. Because we saw previously that Radha, along with her gopis, she came to the kitchen and then she started cooking, and all the gopis were under her. So Radha has cooked many of these items. So Madhumangal was saying that many of these items were cooked by Radha and they are very praiseworthy. It was so praiseworthy that even the Gopāla-campū Upanishad, which is an Upanishad, Gopala-campū Upanishad. In Gopala-campū Upanishad, there is a story that is mentioned glorifying the food served by or cooked by Radha. So we'll just take a little bit digress on that to understand what is the story that is being told in Gopala-campū Upanishad. So once all the gopis of Vraja, they wanted constant association of Kṛṣṇa. So after spending entire night in Rasa dance with Kṛṣṇa, the morning came. So when the morning came, the gopis and Kṛṣṇa, they separate from each other. Because they were separating from Kṛṣṇa, they felt so sad and they felt miserable. So they wanted to not feel this separation. They wanted to continuously perform Rasa dance with Kṛṣṇa. So therefore, they went to Kṛṣṇa and then they asked that, we have one desire. We want that desire to be fulfilled. What should we do? Without telling out explicitly what is that desire, they were telling to Kṛṣṇa, please tell how we can fulfill this desire. So then they also asked, we know that if we want to fulfill our desire, we have to call a Brahmana and we have to serve food. So therefore, tell us which Brahmana should we give a food. Then Kṛṣṇa told to all the gopis, you give food to Durvasa Muni. Because Durvasa Muni, he knows me in truth. And he has been taught by Brahma, Sanaka, and Narada, all these people. And he is my devotee. And he is living at the edge of Vraja, Vrindavan. And he performs a lot of austerities. And he doesn't have any desire. He knows me. Therefore, you go to Durvasa and then you serve him food. Durvasa is living on the outskirts of Vrindavan. So then the gopis asked Kṛṣṇa, there is a river Yamuna flowing, which we have to cross to attain Durvasa. How can we cross Yamuna? It's so high and it is a lot of water is there. And we cannot cross over that and go to Durvasa. How can we cross the water of Yamuna to go to Durvasa? So then Kṛṣṇa told the gopis that go to the Yamuna river and then say, Kṛṣṇa is a brahmachari. Then the Yamuna will give you a path, if that is true. Okay. So then, so just now he had all rasa dance with the gopis. Now he's asking the gopis to go to Yamuna and then tell Kṛṣṇa is a brahmachari. So remembering Kṛṣṇa, then he said that, once you do that, the Yamuna river will become shallow. It will come to your knees. Then you can easily walk over Yamuna and you can cross. So then these gopis, what did they do? They cooked a lot of nice food, rice mixed with ghee and milk. That is the payasam or kheer. So they cooked very nice kheer, wonderful kheer, and then they took it and they went to the Yamuna. So they went to Yamuna. Then in front of Yamuna, they said, Kṛṣṇa is a brahmachari. As soon as they said Kṛṣṇa is a brahmachari, the entire water came down to their knees. Though it was very high, it came down to their knee level. Then they simply crossed over. And then we went to the other side. So once they went to the other side, they met Durvasa Muni, who was living in his hermitage. So then they gave that this payasam or kheer to Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa, understanding that these gopis, they are very dear to Krishna, and they have cooked this kheer or payasa with their own hands. It is my great fortune to get such food. I'll eat everything. So with that greed, he took all the payasam and then he ate everything. He didn't even leave a bit. He completed fully. And then after completed fully, he gave blessings to them. So once he gave blessings to them, then without getting angry, usually Durvasa Muni gets angry. We see in the case of Ambarish Maharaj also. So he didn't get angry. So then the gopis headed by Radha, they were all asking, no, now we have to go back home. So when we came, the water came down to the knees, but when we crossed it, then it again went up high. Now, how can we go back home? Then the sage thought about, and then he said, remember about me, and who eats only Dhruva grass. So Durvasa Muni, he eats only Dhruva grass. Therefore, he is called Durvasa. Dhruva-asha. Asha means one who eats. So Durvasa Muni, remember me who eats only Dhruva grass in front of Yamuna. Then Yamuna will give you the path. They were surprised. He just now ate an entire, pot of kheer, and then he's saying that he only eats Dhruva grass. How is that possible? So then Radha, she was very curious, and then she went to the sage. After talking to the gopis, she went to the sage, and then he asked, when we were coming, Krishna asked us to tell that Krishna is a brahmachari. And then we told the Yamuna came down to the knees. Now you are saying that you only ate Dhruva grass. We just now saw you ate a lot of kheer. What is this? How can we understand this? So please give us the answer. So this story comes in Gopala Tapani Upanishad. And then Durvasa Muni starts his extensive philosophical argument to answer these two questions of Radharani, which forms the main subject of Upanishad. So the sum and substance of that answer is that as long as you have the mentality to enjoy and you take, then that's an enjoyment. The mentality to enjoy means material enjoyment. Both Krishna did not have material enjoyment because his whole body is spiritual. Therefore, everything is spiritual. He's not enjoying like how we enjoy in the material world. In the case of Durvasa, he was also not doing material enjoyment. He was not thinking that he is an enjoyer. So he was just obtaining the kheer as a prasad, and he was not having the mentality of material enjoyment. Therefore, both of these are true. Therefore, Yamuna gave the path for them to go and come back. So, remembering this, our Madhumangal was telling to Nanda Maharaj that, this food are all cooked by the gopis. Even Durvasa did not leave a single bit of the dish when they were cooked by the gopis. He wanted to eat everything. So then how can we give up? So therefore, we want all the food which are especially cooked by Radha to come to us. Because understanding this food is very, very tasty. These recipes, these different varieties of servings are very tasty. These servers, while they were serving the food to us, they have stolen everything and then they have eaten. On the way, while they are serving, they are putting the food in their mouth also. In this way, they were consuming. And then whatever remaining they are serving on our plate, after serving, they were looking at it with a very greedy glance. And through their glance only, they are eating the remaining food also from our plate. Therefore, this is great offense. So to remove this offense, what you have to do, you have to serve the food again for us from the beginning. We want another big feast. So then hearing this fun-loving Madhumangal, who was making a lot of joke there, Nanda Maharaj immediately arranged another massive feast specifically for the Brahmanas, because they were all, deprived of direct association with Krishna. So he arranged another feast. Then they started eating again and again. So we will stop here. We'll continue from this part next week. So we are continuing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu now. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we have studied the meaning of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and now we started into the first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Akhila Rasamrita Murti, and part of that we are also exploring the meaning of Rasa. Rasa, what is Rasa? The general meaning of Rasa is taste. In food also you have Rasa, taste. And similarly, in the relationships also you have taste. So then we saw the 5 different rasas, primary rasas, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Then we started looking into secondary rasas. Hasya rasa we have completed, laughter, Adbhuta rasa, wonder we have completed. Now we will enter into the next rasa. Before that, the overview of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It has 4 sections. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu mainly talks about rasa. Okay. So what is this rasa that we are experiencing with Krishna? When we understand it nicely, we will be able to relish the pastimes of Krishna even more deeper, much deeper. We will get much absorbed. When we get much absorbed, our bhakti to Krishna will increase much higher. When our bhakti to Krishna increases higher, then we would be able to attain perfection and go back home, back to Godhead. So this is his main content: southern section, western section, and northern section. Before that, he gives a path to attain this rasa in the type of sadhana bhakti. So he defines sadhana bhakti in the eastern section. It is a path to attain the rasa. And in the southern, western, and northern section, he describes what he wanted to describe, which is rasa. We are into the eastern section, the first section, sadhana bhakti, the path to rasa. So within that eastern section, he describes what is sadhana bhakti, what is bhava bhakti, what is prema bhakti. Bhava bhakti is the immediate goal of sadhana. Then there is prema. We are in the first chapter overview of bhakti. It has 46 verses. We are exploring the first verse, Mangalacharan, in the first chapter of the first section. So as we discussed, 5 rasas are completed, 5 primary rasas. Now we are entering into Vira Rasa. So to recap, what is secondary rasa? Secondary rasa does not have a separate set of recipients. Just like in the primary rasa, we have a separate set of Shanta rasa bhaktas. We have a separate set of devotees who serve the Lord in Dasya rasa or servitude mood. We have a separate set of devotees who serve the Lord in Vatsalya, Madhurya, and Sakya rasas. But we do not have separate set of people who serve the Lord in Hasya rasa or who serve the Lord in Adbhuta rasa. The primary recipients, rasa recipients, they are within them only the secondary rasas also appear. The secondary rasas, like a wave, it appears in them and then it goes back. So now Vira Rasa. So Vira Rasa, it has many varieties. The main mood, emotion that appears in this rasa is utsaha, enthusiasm, vira. Hey, we want to fight, kill them, attack, like that. That utsaha, that enthusiasm. When you are seeing that people are fighting in the war, they'll have that enthusiasm. So like that enthusiasm makes this vira rasa come out. So there are varieties of vira. Vira usually means we think only of bravery. But in Vedic society, Vira is not only about bravery, it is also about charity. The kings used to give a lot of charity. Those who want to show they are, warriors, brave warriors, they give a lot of charity to others. They display their wealth and display their charity also to others. And they are also compassionate. So when people without wealth go to them, they immediately give a lot of wealth to that particular person. So Bali Maharaj is famous for his charity. So when somebody asks Bali Maharaj a charity, a worthy person asking charity from Bali Maharaj, Bali Maharaj would give to such an extent that person will never have to ask anywhere else for his sustenance, for his livelihood. That much he will give. So this is charity. And they also feel compassion. And they also perform a lot of dharmic activities. That is also part of this chivalry or braveness. All these things, when they are done for Kṛṣṇa, that is Vira Rasa. This Vira Rasa also includes many types of things as we discuss yuddha-vīra, dana-vīra, daya-vīra, and dharma-vīra. We are going to look at each of this category. Yuddha-vīra, yuddha-vīra rasa. So, here there is a verse. We have Radhakunda Mataji. Would you like to recite the verse?
If somebody else want to read, like, Satya Sankalpa Prabhu or somebody else, I can give them option. I mean,
Anybody else wants to recite? All right, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay. This is Shadgospami Ashtakam, right? I mean, the same.
Yeah.
I'll try from. Samrambha prakatit krita pratibhata ramba shriyo shadbhutam kalindi pulineva sasya nikarai alokyamanas tada avyuttapita sakhyayorapi vara hankara vishpujita Sridhamnasya bhagidvishascha samarat topa patiyanadbhut. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Samramba Prakatikrita Pratibhata Aramba Shriyoho. So these two friends, Sridham and Kṛṣṇa, they are doing fighting with each other. This is a mock battle. The mock fighting. Mock fighting also comes under yuddha-vīra rasa. Real fight as well as mock fight. All the examples given by Rupa Goswami on this topic are all mock battles only. There was no real battle example he has given. So this mock battle which is happening between Kṛṣṇa and Sridham. So Samramba Prakatikrita. So they were displaying ferocious anger. Sridham is displaying ferocious anger, and Kṛṣṇa is also displaying ferocious anger. As they were giving this ferocious anger, and then they are trying to start this fight, that was looking very wonderful. Sa adbhutam kalindi puline vayasya nikaraihi alokyamanaha. All these gopas who are all of the same age of Kṛṣṇa, they are all sitting around this fight and they are looking at it with so much wonder, with adbhuta at that time. Tada avyutta apita sakyayoho api varaha ahankara vispurjitaha. So these two friends, they are friends. They do not really have enmity toward each other. Though they do not have really enmity toward each other, they are actually friends. Sridham and Kṛṣṇa, they were boasting up so much. Vara ahankara. Ahankara means one's own ego. Vara means the best ego they were possessing. Hey, I am Sridham. Do you think you can fight with me and then you can run away? Look at my body, like that. And Kṛṣṇa is also, sitting, hey, I am Kṛṣṇa. I will just smash you, like that. In this way, they were displaying their own ahankara. Sridhamanaha cha bhaki dushaha. Bhaki dusha, the killer of Bhaki, which is Putana. So both Kṛṣṇa and Sridham, they were displaying this anger, and then they were about to, they are fighting with each other. And when they were displaying this pride of fight, and then they fight with each other, it was looking so wonderful for everybody around. That is what the verse says. Sridham and Kṛṣṇa, who were the very best of friends, displayed the splendor of fighting with anger on the bank of Yamuna. This intense pride in fighting with increased desire to win was seen by all their friends with astonishment. So here is the full picture. On the bank of Yamuna, Kṛṣṇa is fighting with Sridham in a mock battle, and all the cowherd boys are sitting around and they were like looking at the fight with wonder. This is how the friends of Kṛṣṇa they spend their day. They just fight and do play and things like that throughout the day. And sometimes what would Sridham do? Sridham will, when the fight is going on, they'll have this mock arrows, and then they will just throw around the arrows. Especially Sridham, he wants to have this fight all the time. He's of the same age as Kṛṣṇa. So when Kṛṣṇa throws all these arrows at Sridham, Sridham will take a stick and then he will just whirl it around, zoom, 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 attacking all the arrows. Make sure that none of the arrows touch him like that. So when he does that, Kṛṣṇa, his hairs will stand on end and he will watch. Kṛṣṇa himself, he watches Sridham doing like that, and then he becomes engrossed by Adbhuta Rasa. And because Sridham was rotating the stick very fast, he was rotating it very fast as if he was in a cage. Within a cage, he was standing like that. And then sometimes Sridham boasts too much. He calls the opponent party. Bhadrasena is there in the opponent party. So Bhadrasena, he says, "Oh, wimpy Bhadrasena, I am Sridhama. Do not be afraid of my arms. My arms look like elephant trunk. It is very difficult. Today I'm going to defeat Balaram in the battle. And then I will challenge Kṛṣṇa to fight." Like that, Sridham boasts. By this way, they are pleasing Kṛṣṇa and Balaram. And Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, they get pleased by that. So sometimes the boys take the side of Kṛṣṇa, and then they take the side of Balaram, and then in this way they divide themselves, and then they will just fight with each other. There is another time where the Varutapa, another friend of Kṛṣṇa, these are the different sakas. Varutapa, he was just boasting, "Since I am bursting with fierce prowess, don't accept defeat in this battle. Just don't run away from the battle. Stand here and fight with me." And then saying that, he was rushing toward Kṛṣṇa, making so many sounds, "Oh," like that, shouting around, and then he was going and attacking Kṛṣṇa. Like that. So sometimes they boast like this. "Oh, Damodar, you can only eat all the time. You are so weak, and you are just you just won over Subala. Don't think that you are great. Subala is very, very weak person, and you have also won that weak person using cheating method. You are not good at nothing. You only eat. You don't do anything else." So in this way, Stoka Kṛṣṇa, he will just show his own pride, and then he will go on to fight with him. Sometimes they boast themselves, "I am the greatest warrior. You are all poor fellows. There is nobody so great like me." In this way, they all do this mock battle. So one time, seeing that these boys are fighting with Kṛṣṇa, their father saw that, especially father of Stoka Kṛṣṇa, who is a friend of Kṛṣṇa. He saw that the Stoka Kṛṣṇa was fighting with Kṛṣṇa. And he called Stoka Kṛṣṇa and then said, "How unfortunate, you are fighting with Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is the life of all of us. What are you trying to harm him? Why you do that? Don't do this kind of fighting and all with him." And his father nicely chastised Stoka Kṛṣṇa. So hearing that chastisement, then Stoka Kṛṣṇa became sad, and then he gave up all desire and willing to fight with Kṛṣṇa. So when he gave up like that, Kṛṣṇa went to him. When his father went away, Kṛṣṇa went to him, and then he said, "Hey, Stoka Kṛṣṇa, do you think you can fight with me? I'll just smash you left and right." Like that he said. Then immediately Stoka Kṛṣṇa got up, and then he took a stick, and then he started whirling around, and then they will fight again. So in this way, all the sakas, they do mock battle with Kṛṣṇa and enjoy their day. So we have also real battle. We have between Bhishma and Kṛṣṇa. Though this example is not given by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, We see in the commentaries of Bhagavatam of Vishwanath Chakravarti and Srila Prabhupada that they will show this. This is the display of Vira Rasa that's happening here. Bhishma, he wanted Kṛṣṇa to pick up a weapon. So he took a vow that he will make Kṛṣṇa pick up a weapon. Now, the Upanishad says that you cannot force the ultimate supreme reality, Bhagavan, to do anything you want. If you want to see Kṛṣṇa, there is no other way other than Kṛṣṇa comes and displays himself in front of you. So there is no other way. Kṛṣṇa has to decide. Now here, Bhishma Dev has taken that vow to make Kṛṣṇa pick up a weapon. And Kṛṣṇa had made a vow that he will not pick up a weapon in the battleground. Still, he had made a vow. And then he started using all the arrows, started attacking left, right, and center Arjuna, as well as he started attacking Lord himself. These arrows were hitting Krishna's the armor. And Krishna's armor, it was piercing. Though it says that he is covered in blood, Vishwanath Chakravarti was explaining that it's actually Krishna was covered by the blood of the enemies. He does not have blood, so his blood was not coming out. It was just the arrows of Bhishma Dev was piercing Krishna's armor alone. So in that state, Kṛṣṇa, he got down, he broke his own promise just to fulfill the promise of Bhishma's desire. And then he took up a chariot wheel, and then with great force he was charging towards Bhishma. Bhishma was absolutely loving that view that Kṛṣṇa is running toward him, charging toward him. He was waiting for this darshan. And this is the best pastime for Bhishma Dev. It is his Ishta Leela. Each of us will have Ishta Leela, a particular Leela we will be attracted to. So here Bhishma Dev is attracted to this specific Leela that Kṛṣṇa is charging toward him with this chakra. And he also likes Kṛṣṇa as a charioteer. Because when Kṛṣṇa was driving the chariot for Arjuna, Arjuna was behind. So he was not able to see that vision, how Kṛṣṇa is driving the chariot. But Bhishma Dev, who was in the opposite party, he was able to continuously witness that. So in one sense, Bhishma was waiting for this war to happen so that he can take nice darshan of the Lord as charioteer. And that is his Ishta form also, Ishta Rupa, that Lord as a charioteer of Arjuna. That is his best form, because at the end of his life, he will remember that particular form. And Bhishma Dev was lying down on the battlefield toward the end of Mahabharata war, and he was pierced with a lot of arrows. At that time, he is reciting this verse. So does anyone, Radhakunda Mataji, are you able to recite this verse? This is Bhishma Stuti. It is of
Yes.
a specific meter. Yeah, it's a different meter.
सितविसिकहतो विशीर्णदंशः क्षतज परिप्लुता तथायिनो मे प्रसभमभिशशारमद्वर्धामृतम् वधार्थं स भवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्दः.
Thank you. O Kṛṣṇa, let my only goal be Mukunda, who, afflicted by my sharp arrows, armor broken, covered in blood, rushed towards me, his enemy, with great force in order to kill me. So Kṛṣṇa was displaying Bhakta Vatsal, that he was displaying his how merciful toward the devotees. He was breaking his own vow. He will know that if he breaks his vow, people will talk about it. Hey, Kṛṣṇa just took a vow, he's breaking his vow. What is this? People will talk bad about it. He knows that. But he does not want his devotee's vow to be broken. So therefore, he took that up. The Lord, who does not listen to anyone, who cannot be forced by anyone, took the wheel of chariot, being forced by the love of Bhishma Dev, his own devotee, and then he rushed toward him. Arjuna is pulling him back. So here Prabhupada is writing this purport in that particular verse. We'll just read through that. part of the purport I have given just to emphasize the Leela. Bhishma Deva played the part of a valiant warrior against the Lord. A devotee cannot become the enemy of the Lord. Had it been so, Bhishma Deva would not have desired to have the very same Lord as the ultimate destination of his life. So it's not, we should not think that he had real enmity. The real enmity is not there. When the demons fight with the Lord, they have real enmity. Therefore, that cannot be called as Vira Rasa. That is a abhas. That is not Vira Rasa. But when the devotees are fighting with the Lord, either in the mock battle or in the real battle, as in the case of Bhishma Deva, they do not have any enmity toward the Lord. It is their loving service that they are performing. Vira Rasa. So therefore, they do not have enmity toward the Lord. If they had enmity, why will Bhishma Dev at the end of his life, he will remember that all these pastimes that Krishna was driving a chariot and then he was trying to kill me and the whole incidents, he was remembering that. Whatever a person remembers at the end of his life, he will attain that. Bhishma Deva was remembering Krishna as a charioteer toward his end of his life. That is the form he was desiring for. So Krishna ran and came before Bhishma Deva because the warrior devotee wanted to see the transcendental beauty of the Lord decorated with wounds created by a pure devotee. So Krishna was rushing toward Bhishma Deva with this blood splashed around all over his body and then to attack Bhishma. And he wanted to see Lord in that way, Vira Rasa, chivalry. This is the way of exchanging transcendental rasa or relations between the Lord and the servitor. The Lord was so angry that Arjuna checked him when he was moving towards Bhishma Deva. But in spite of Arjuna's checking, he proceeded towards Bhishma Deva as a lover goes to a lover without caring for hindrances. Just like a boyfriend meets a girlfriend with love. Like that, Krishna was running toward Bhishma. He was also not angry, though he was externally displaying like that. He wanted to fulfill the desire of Bhishma. As a lover goes to meet a lover. Apparently, his determination was to kill Bhishma Deva, but factually it was to please him as a great devotee of the Lord. So externally it looks like he wanted to kill Bhishma Deva, but actually he wanted to please his devotee. Therefore, he broke his own vow. Okay. Next. So we are seeing multiple anecdotes of the pastimes to describe different facets, different angles of this particular Vira Rasa. These anecdotal pastimes also help us to meditate upon in our heart. Okay, so Radhakunda Mataji, you can recite this verse also.
It looks very tough, but I'll try, Prabhuji. Charchikyam Vaijayantim Patamurupura Bhushananam Shrenim Manikya Bhajam Gajarata Turagan Karburena. I'm not, it's very tough, I think.
Okay, so let me try.
Yeah,
My voice is not so good, but I'll just
no
try.
problem. Yeah.
चाचिक्यं वैजयन्तीं पटमुरो पुरटोद्भासुरं भूषणानां श्रेणिं माणिक्यभाजं गजरथ तुरगान् कर्पूरान् कर्पूरेण दत्त्वा राज्यं कुटुम्बं स्वमपि भगवते दित्सुरप्यन्यत् I think which I देयं कुत्राप्य दृष्ट्वा मकसदसि तदा व्याकुलः पाण्डवो भूत्. Okay, I think this is a different meter, Mataji. This is
Yeah, I think
this
this
is
is
I think Shrakdara. Okay, Shrakdara. So it should be sung more like
how.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuddha-pataka. Okay. So maybe I have one more tune.
Yeah. Can you try?
Yes. चाचिक्यं वैजयन्तीं पटमुरुपुरटो Bhasuram bhushananam Shrenim manikya bhajam Gajaratha turagan Karburan karburena Dattva rajyam kutumbam Swamapi bhagavate Ditsurapyanyatucchair Deyam kutrapya drishtva Makhasadasi tada Vyakulah pandavo bhut.
Nice, Prabhu.
Thank you. So, here, the next type of facet of that Vira Rasa is dana-vira rasa, charity. Charity for Kṛṣṇa. So, in this case, the person who feels like he wants to give plenty of charity, so much for Kṛṣṇa, either directly to Kṛṣṇa or on behalf of Kṛṣṇa. He wants to give so much and so much. Either he wants to give it on auspicious occasions or he wants to give it in surrender to Kṛṣṇa. So here, in the case of Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was actually giving lot of charity to Kṛṣṇa. So what was he giving? Charchikyam, anguvans. You apply lot of anguvans or this, what do you call, the fragrances, lot of fragrances. Vaijayantim, a garland which goes until the knee, that is why with like colorful flowers. Vaijayanti. Patam, he was giving a lot of cloths. Urupurata udbhasuram. He was also giving this golden basura, golden basura he was giving. And then, which is to be worn in your chest. Lot of ornaments, bhushana. Shrenim, and best of these ornaments, filled with manikya bhajam, filled with a lot of money, or what do you call this, rubies and other things. What is that called? Gems. Yeah, so gems. He was giving a lot of gems. Gaja, Ratha, Toragan. He was also giving elephants. He was also giving chariot. He was also giving horses. Karburan, Karburena. So, Karburan. What is Karburan? So, Karburan means it's actually gold. Karburena means mixed. So, that which is mixed with gold. That is Karburan, Karburena. So, all of these things are mixed with gold everywhere, profusely. Dattva Rajyam Kutumbam Swamapi Bhagavate. To Kṛṣṇa, he was giving his entire kingdom and his entire family and himself also he offered to Kṛṣṇa. So after giving that, Ditsuhu api anyat uchaygi deyam kutra api adrishtva. He was looking around what else to give. He has given the entire kingdom and he has given his family, he gave himself. Then he was looking at and then he couldn't see anything else. In that Makasadasi, in that Rajasuya sacrifice which he was performing. So he looked around and he couldn't give anything else. Tada vyakulaha pandavaha abhut. At that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj became very much distressed in the heart. He became afflicted in the heart. After completing all the ceremonial functions at the Rajasuya sacrifice, Yudhishthira desired to give Kṛṣṇa sandalwood, a Vaijayanti garland, ornaments with the best rubies and gold, elephants, chariots, and horses decked in gold, his family and himself. Not seeing anything else worthy of giving, he became afflicted. So he became afflicted in his heart. So there are many things that people give. So this is another image. Nanda Maharaj, for example, when Kṛṣṇa was born, he gave lot of charity of cows to the Brahmanas. Vasudev, when he was in prison, Kṛṣṇa took birth there in the prison of Kamsa. So he was locked up in the jail. And because he was locked up in the jail, he couldn't give anything charity. But he still desired he wants to give a lot of charity. So therefore, in his mind, he gave millions of cows to others. So in this way, on different occasions, also the devotees give, or they give everything that they possess to Kṛṣṇa, or they give whatever the items they have to Brahmanas and others on behalf of Kṛṣṇa. So in this way, they display their love toward Krishna in Vira Rasa, charity. We have one great example of charity, Bali Maharaj. This is Vamanadev. He is, of course, blackish color, because that's how Bhagavatam describes in the 8th canto, 18th chapter, that he was actually blackish in color. So Vamanadev, when he came to Bali Maharaj and he asked for a 3 steps of land, his feet was very small and he's a dwarf, small boy. And he had, if he takes only 3 feet of land, it's very, very small. So he begged from Bali Maharaj only a 3 feet of land. Why? He wanted to build a small home for himself, ashram. So then in that ashram he will stay. So Bali Maharaj was saying to Vamanadev, you are asking 3 pieces of land from me. Please ask more in such a way that you will never have to ask anything in your life. If you want the entire Jambudvipa, I will give it to you. Jambudvipa is one of the islands of the Bhumandala. There are 7 islands. So one of the islands he wanted to give entire island to Vamanadev. So Vamanadev said that if you enough, 3 pieces of land is enough. If I don't feel satisfied in my heart, then what will I desire? Even if you give me Jambudvipa, one island out of the 7 islands, I will desire more. I will want even all the islands also. So there is no end to this game. So therefore, the person has to become satisfied within the heart. So I will be satisfied with only 3 pieces of land, 3 footsteps of land. So only give me that. So when he was trying to give, at that time, Sukracharya, who is the guru of Bali Maharaj, he came to Bali Maharaj, and Sukracharya was very, very learned. He is Venus in astrology. He is very, very learned. So he identified Krishna, Vamanadev. This is Vishnu himself, none other than. To identify when Krishna comes, one needs to be expertly learned. He is not a devotee of Krishna. He did not get prema for Krishna, but he could identify. He was such a learned person, learned scholar. So, anyways, he identified the motive of Vishnu also. So he came to Bali Maharaj and then said, don't give him 3 footsteps of land. He will just 1 footstep, he will cover the whole earth. And then another footstep, he will cover the whole upper planets. And third footstep, you cannot keep anywhere else. So therefore, you will not be able to fulfill your promise. Not only you would have lost all your wealth, you will also not have fulfilled your promise, and you will go to hell forever. Because if you don't fulfill your promise to somebody, especially in charity, you're going to live in hell. So therefore, don't do that. Durvasa Muni was advising Bali Maharaj. So Durvasa Muni always has the interest of protecting the asuras. So he came and told, no, don't give up like that. So at this time, Bali Maharaj has conquered the heavenly planets. He was the king. He threw away Indra from that place. And then Indra begged the Lord. So the Lord therefore has appeared as Vamanadev to restore all these upper planetary systems from Bali Maharaj and give it back to the Devatas headed by Indra. So therefore at that time, Bali Maharaj thought for a moment, and then he decided, if Sukracharya is guru of Bali Maharaj, he is a dharmic guru for Varnashrama, he is the guru. So one should not disrespect the guru. It doesn't matter if even if he's not a material, even if it is not a spiritual guru, one should not disrespect even Varnashramic guru also. So one should not disrespect the guru. But if the guru comes in the way between the person and Krishna, that means if he is advising against bhakti practice, then one should give up that guru's words, basically. So thinking about that, Bali Maharaj gave up Sukracharya's words, and then he moved forward to give charity to Vishnu, because he thought Vishnu has come by himself. What other opportunity I will get, even if I lose anything, everything? This desire was there in Bali Maharaj's heart, because Bali Maharaj's grandfather was Prahlad. So Prahlad has planted a seed of bhakti in the heart of Bali Maharaj. Therefore, Bali Maharaj, by the mercy of Vamanadev, developed prema for Vamanadev. So then he, poured water in front of him, and then he said that, I'm going to give you 3 steps of land. Then Vamanadev grew up, and then he, took away all the possessions of Bali Maharaj, and then he arrested Bali Maharaj and then put him in the cave for some time. Then after that, he gave the kingdom of Sutalaloka, entire Sutalaloka for him. And then he went and became a god for Bali Maharaj. Because Sukracharya did not give and he stopped from giving also to Vamanadev, he did not attain any prema. But Bali Maharaj attained prema for Krishna, for Vamanadev. So Vamanadev was attracted, possessed, controlled by the prema of Bali Maharaj. He stood as the guard at his door. He is there even today in Sutal Loka. The next Indra will be, next Manvantara, Bali Maharaj will be Indra. Okay, so we are already past time. We'll stop here. Any questions, comments before that? Thank you, Shivas Pandit Prabhu, for joining here and encouraging me.
Thank you, Rajivan Prabhu, for
You would
having
like
me.
to, you would like to add anything, Prabhu?
It was delightful. The class was delightful. Yes, I would like to add that the class was really delightful.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Radhakunda Mataji, yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, very nice class, Prabhu. Reminding all the pastimes very nicely, narrating also, and the picture. I mean, the presentation is so good with beautiful pics and everything. Prabhu, if you don't mind, can I actually recite that verse, because now I got the tune.
Oh, you got the tune. You want to recite? Yes.
I mean, this is as you said, Prabhuji, Vandeham Sri Guru only, but
Yes.
it is, when you sing Hari Parshat, Prabhu, did you remember Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta-pada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsya?
Oh, I see.
That actually correctly fits this. So
yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Feel free to drop off. It's just a Q&A session. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
चार्चिक्यां वैजयन्तीं पटमुरुपुरतोद्भासुरं भूषणानां श्रेणिं माणिक्यभाजं गजरततुरगान् कर्पूरेण दत्त्वा राज्यं कुटुम्बं स्वमपि भगवते दिष्टुरप्यन्यदुश्चेर् देयं कुर्त्यापि अदृष्ट्वा मकसदसि तदा व्याकुलः पाण्डवोद्भूत्. I think
Very
this
nice.
is all.
Thank you. It's very nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. And Praveen Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, thank you so much for such a wonderful class.
Thank you.
I was curious, like, in the exchange of Sudama and Kṛṣṇa, which rasa, or like, does it even, like, which rasa it will come in?
Yeah, it will come in Sakya Rasa. They were friends from the Gurukul time.
Okay.
So, and he was later going to meet Krishna. They were having Sakya Rasa, but with the Aishwarya, that mood of that he is Lord, that kind of awareness was there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Radhakunda Mataji.
Prabhuji, actually, this particular verse, you were saying that dana-vira rasa, right?
Yeah.
Other two verses previously you mentioned related to which?
Yuddha-vira Rasa.
Okay.
So these are all part of Vira Rasa only, but within Vira you have Yuddha, fight, and then you have Dana, charity, like that.
So first two are related to yuddha-vira only, right?
Yeah, first two are yuddha-vira, both of them. Mock battle or real battle, both are yuddha-vira. They were exhibiting like, they are fighting with Krishna, like that.
Correct. Yeah. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. Another one is left for next week, right? I mean,
Yeah, two more within Vira Rasa. We have explored only half of the Vira Rasa. Two more are there.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So, thank you, devotees, for joining. We will continue from next week. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha anantakori vaishnavindi ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.